Welcome back to Ask Africa, where we explore the stories shaping our continent. Today, we focus on why French troops are being withdrawn from West and Central Africa and what this means for the region. From 2014 to 2021, France has maintained around 5,000 troops in the Sahel region, including Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Chad. However, in the last 5 years, French troops have been withdrawing from this territory. But what is the reason behind this happening, and what does this mean for the region?
For decades, France maintained a strong military presence in Africa, particularly through Operation Barkhane, a mission predominantly aimed at fighting insurgencies in the Sahel. From Operation Serval in 2013 to the establishment of Barkhane in 2014, resulting in France stationing thousands of troops in the region. But mounting French anti-sentiment, accusations of neocolonialism, and a wave of military coups have shifted the dynamics. As the Sahelian nations increasingly distance themselves from their former colonial power, the future of France's role in Africa remains uncertain. In recent years, governments like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have expelled French forces, citing the failure of the Sahel's Operation Barkhane, a mission launched in 2014 to combat extremist groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS. In 2022 alone, French troops withdrew from Mali after a 9-year military presence, as the country's military junta grew increasingly frustrated with what they called the ineffectiveness of French support. Over 2,000 French soldiers were stationed in the region before the pullout. Meanwhile, these nations are seeking new alliances, with Russia's Wagner group gaining influence, especially in Mali, where Moscow signed a security deal in 2021. As of 2023, reports suggest Russia has slightly more than 1,000 Wagner fighters in Mali, providing security while mining precious resources, further shifting Africa's geopolitical balance. The departure of foreign troops has created a security vacuum, allowing insurgent groups like Boko Haram and ISIS affiliates to expand their operations. Boko Haram's deadly insurgency in the Lake Chad Basin, for example, has resulted in over 36,000 deaths and displaced over 2 million people since 2009. ISIS West Africa, a faction of ISIS, has also gained ground, particularly in the Niger Delta and northern Nigeria, conducting ambushes and terrorizing civilian populations. However, these withdrawals also represent a shift towards greater African agency, as regional powers like the G5 Sahel, comprising Mauritania, Mali, Burkina Faso, Chad, and Niger, seek to assert control over their own security affairs. This signals a growing rejection of what many see as decades of foreign intervention and a desire for autonomy in shaping the region's future. The withdrawal of French troops marks a turning point for West and Central Africa, with nations now grappling with the task of securing their own futures. The G5 Sahel and other regional coalitions such as the Alliance of Sahel States are stepping up, but with over 1,000 new recruits annually to training camps and involvement of Wagner mercenaries who have been linked to abuses in Central African Republic and Mali. The question remains:
with French troops gone, can African nations rebuild their security and assert true independence? Or will new groups like Wagner exploit this vacuum? What's your take on this pivotal moment for Africa? Join us next time on Ask Africa, where we uncover the stories that connect us all. Until then, stay informed and stay inspired.